Okay, so this trade goes back a couple of weeks. This is from the House of Gaither, and he sent me these comic books. We've got the Spider, some Captain Glory, E-Mans, some Doc Savage, and he also sent me a couple of Sad Sacks. And Sad Sack has been a comic book that I enjoyed when I was a kid, and now as an adult I'm starting to gain an appreciation again for them, and they're a fun book. He also sent me a couple of action figures. The first action figure he sent me was this Batman 66. I believe this is from Arkham Knights, and I think it was the Batman 66 skin. And he sent that to me because he said, because of my cosplay every once in a while of Batman 66, he called this the John Wilde as Batman 66 action figure. So thank you very much. It's really, really cool. And then he also sent me this vintage Kenner Death Star droid in really pretty good on nice shape, and I most certainly appreciate that. He knows I collect vintage Star Wars, and you can never have too many of these army builder type of figures. So again, I'd like to thank the House of Gaither for sending me these fine things. Oh geez, I missed a couple things that because I'd been kind of picking through these things and reading them. These also came from the House of Gaither. This is the Nemo Classics Comics Library, and it reprinted newspaper comic books, and I'm a big fan of newspaper comic books. And he also sent me this Loot Crate edition of the Regrettable Supervillains. This is a great read. I really did enjoy it very much, and a lot of fun kind of looking at supervillains that definitely are regrettable. So awesome. Okay, this next trade package comes from Everything Ivan. He sent me some Phantom comic books and a Flash Gordon comic book. And these are great vintage comic books with really, really cool covers, and I most certainly appreciate the thought and figuring out what I like. And he had to do a little bit of asking around, and he figured out that I really enjoy the Phantom and Flash Gordon. So thank you very much. He also sent me this, which is the Target exclusive 40th anniversary Black Series R5D4, and I'm really getting into these great vintage card back with the modern figure in it. So that was from Everything Ivan. Thank you very much, Ivan. Okay, so the last trade package I got to look at today was sent to me by TeeBiz from the Collector's Dungeon crew, and he sent me some Battlestar Galactica goodness. So the first thing he sent me was this Colonial Viper. This is a really highly detailed, awesome Colonial Viper, a hell of a lot nicer than the ones that came out by Mattel in the 70s. No offense to vintage. I mean, I like my vintage as much as anything, but boy, this is great, and this is going to end up at my desk at work, and I really, truly appreciate the thought on that one. He also sent me some Battlestar Galactica comic books. Here's a great cover of some Cylons, and there he is, Lucifer, giving the orders out. And then some Starbuck. Great cover here with Lauren Green and Amada there, and another Cylon kind of hanging out over the top of them, and then another Starbuck, and this kind of the variant cover with the kind of a more childish theme on it. So that's really cool. I sure do appreciate the thought on the Battlestar Galactica. Again, learning what a fellow collector enjoys, and sending a few extra things along with it. So he also sent me this Moses action figure. I really enjoy this thing. I don't know what it is. I think it is. I think it's a lot of fun, and I know a few of the guys on the Collector's Dungeon crew have received one of these Moses figures, and we sure do appreciate it. They're very, very good. The big piece of the trade was, and this is why videos have been kind of slow in coming, is I've been waiting around for one particular piece to show up, and here it is. Now, I understand he's missing half his wing, but this is a Voltar figure from Mattel, Flash Gordon line of toys from 1979, and the Voltar figure was a very fragile figure, and most of the time you don't find him with any wing, so I'm really happy to have him even with just half a wing. So upcoming videos, You're definitely going to be seeing Mattel Flash Gordon coming up. Also going to be looking at the Kenner Toys Superpowers Batmobile and doing a restoration video, which is the first time I've ever tried to do something like that. And Evel Knievel. Hopefully we're going to start seeing some of those videos coming out to you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll leave links for all these guys' channels. And oh, you know what? Why don't we take a quick look? I'll give you an update. I did change out my case. So. Okay, so here we have the lowest tier of the shelf, and we have some Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees Part 3 and 4. Then we have in the back, we have Apollo Creed and Rocky. On the right, we have ourselves a Terminator, and then we have in the front, 89 and 66 Batman, and center stage, we have the Christopher Reeve Superman. Moving up to the next shelf, we have apes. Yes, it is the summer of the apes, and we're going to go ape again. We have the Aldo figure. On the right, he was a new addition to the collection, and summertime, you got to have your apes out. Next shelf up, we're going to look at some 40th anniversary Black Series Star Wars figures, and the C-3PO is from the Force Awakens, but the rest of these figures are part of the wave, and when I get a C-3PO, I'll probably bust them out of the package and replace that. So moving up to the next shelf, I have my Collector's Action Stand Vintage Kenner 1978. The backdrop on it is from the new Black Series. I just like the look of it, and it's a little bit larger. Kind of gives it a display a nice look. Top shelf, I got my more of the 40th anniversary Black Series figures. I got the Darth Vader and Obi-Wan and the Death Squad Commander. I know that the Boba Fett and the TIE Pilot definitely aren't in the 40th anniversary wave, but I just think they look really cool. So that is the case. And my other case I'm working on right now, updating. So thank you very much for watching this video. Appreciate it.